And you must understand what's good for you might not be good for me. You know, what made you successful and made you prosper out here in this life, it may not be the route that I need to take out here. Because God got a plan for me and he had a plan for you. And my plans might be delayed for a while. And I might be the late bird, you know what I mean? You might be the early bloomer who in your prime early in life and was able to get to where you need to be. Graduate college, start your career, start your business. And me, I might have to work a 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? But you got to understand, everyone isn't meant to be an entrepreneur and everybody ain't meant to work a 9 to 5. So you got to stop thinking what's good for me is going to be the same for me. I'm just going to copy him and do real estate like he doing, and I'm going to make the same money he doing. I'm just going to open my business like he opened his business, and I'm going to do it like that. I'm just going to, make videos like she making videos, and I'm going to just start making money offline like that. It just don't work like that. God had a plan for her, had a plan for me, and got a plan for you. Nobody's life is set up the same. Even though that person is right back going to college and, furthering their education and starting their business, your life is different. You got more responsibilities. What if you had bigger battles to fight? Sometimes people had more references than you, more backup than you. You independent. You had to take a long time. You had to grind on your own. You know how many times I've been overlooked, bypassed by people? I didn't get the same breaks as the next man, So I had to take another route because I know what's for me, it might not be for you. You know what I'm saying? Just because college worked out for her, it might not work out for me. You know what I'm saying? Just because I was able to open up a business, you might not be able to open up a business. You got to remember, everybody isn't meant to work a 9 to 5, and everybody is not meant to be an entrepreneur and be invested in stocks and trading and all that. You know what I mean? Some people get the financial early. Some people don't get their money till later on in life. That don't got nothing to do with living a great life. You can be living a regular life, living a 9 to 5 life, and you doing a whole much better than millionaires out here. Believe me. Sometimes it's people struggling with their whole life, you know what I mean? Trying to work and trying to get accolades and rewards. You know what I'm saying? When you don't do what's for you, it can ruin your whole life. People have quit their jobs, just to start doing what their friend is doing. My friend is in real estate, so I'm about to start doing real estate with him. He's finna teach me how to do this. And guess what? Everybody who invests in real estate, they don't win. Everybody who spending their money out there on stocks and bonds and trading, you know how many people losing money in there? You think they just set this game up for you to just win and stuff? The casino was built for everybody to make money, huh? It's the opposite around. You know what I mean? You got to be careful getting advice from him, her, and them. With your children, with your career, with your walk of life. You know what I mean? Because I'm walking different out here in life. I'm not going to give you the recommendations that I got out here and the things that I had to do out here because yours is set up. I had to go this route because I had some trials and tribulations, because I had some setbacks, because I quit it, because I had dropped out of school, because I was in a bad relationship. And maybe you just got married early in life and you and your wife and y'all got y'all kids and living a life. You know what I mean? You ain't made as many mistakes as me. You ain't been in prison like he went to prison. You ain't got the support that he got. He got a lot of family support, a lot of friend support that pushed him to the top, that helps him out. And that's great. Don't think you could take the same route that he taking. Don't think because my friend over here and, he met this lady over here and he doing it like this, I'm going to start doing that and I'm going to meet a lady. It might not be set up for you like that. Just like people take a ibuprofen, an aspirin for a headache. Aspirin and ibuprofen don't do a thing for me. And I'm not the only one like that. You know what I'm saying? Just because you got this remedy and this is what healed you, I might have to go another way to get my healing. Nobody might be able to support me but God out here. God got me walking an independent world right here. So I didn't get the support as the next man. You know how many times I've been overlooked, ignored, bypassed by people, family, friends, working a job. People act like they didn't see me. You know what I mean? But that's just God got me on my right way. You know what I'm saying? God built that in my purpose. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm on the front line of this. Now I can see who is who. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm able to lead people. You know what I mean? You got more responsibility than others. You got more battles than others out here. So you got to understand. This life stuff is not a one-size-fits-all situation. Just because it was good for you to go to college straight out of high school, it might not be good for him to go straight to college. He might need to take a break. He might need to get himself together, his mindset right. You know what I mean? Because life be lifing out here. And life go life for everybody. And it might not life at the same time, but we all got different experience. We got all different hurdles. And God know what he doing when he set us up like this, you know? So you got to be careful thinking, oh, my son, he was doing bad, and all we had to do was this. Back in the day, they used to say, you just need to whoop their ass. Ass whooping ain't never did nothing to me. Punishment ain't never did nothing to me. And you got to handle people differently out here. Just because this man required tutoring and, you know, and after school help and, you know, IEP, because the next person probably didn't require that. This person, the Doogie Howser, you know, a genius. You know what I mean? Get stuff quick. That has nothing to do with this person over here. Because I know more people who, electricians and plumbers and do construction work who make more money than people who got college degrees and CEOs. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? So your lane is your lane. Just stay in your lane what God had meant for you to be. That's why everybody do stuff different. Sometimes people quit doing what they doing and they start doing what he doing. You know? That's not for you. That's for him. It was for him to move out of town to get money over here. You know, to start working with other people over there. You a homebody. You got to stay home in your own city. It ain't meant for you to go out there. And if it is meant for you, God go tell you when it's meant. Stop trying to live the life of other people out here. And that's what happens a lot of times. You sitting out here trying to live his life. You sitting out here trying to live her life. He's sitting out here trying to tell you, you got to do this, man. You got to do this, and that's all you got to do. Yeah, that works for him, but it might not work for you. You might have to go the other route. I can't recommend that you go to college because I graduated college. You might not be a college person. It was meant for you to get a trade, and you're an electrician, you know, a plumber, a carpenter, you know. You got your own business, you know. You set up like this. And I never had my own business. I've never been an entrepreneur. All I have worked is a 9 to 5. Not doing nothing with me not knowing my worth. I know my worth still. Some people say, oh man, you're doing that. You don't know your worth out here. You should be doing this. I can't work at a job. I can't. Guess what? If everybody was an entrepreneur and everybody was investing, we have nobody out there driving the trucks out there. We have no stores open right now. All that fast food you want to go to get something to eat, it'd be nobody in there because nobody's working mediocre jobs. Nobody taking stepping stones out here in life. We all made it quick, you know. Everybody went to success and they hit it high. Life is not a one-size-fit-all situation, guys. Be careful who you get your advice from with anything out here, with medical, with your health. Some people say, just do this, stop eating that, and sometimes these people get hurt and they health fail because they sitting to somebody who don't know their body like God know their body. Don't take that surgery, man. I ain't doing no surgery. I don't mess with that surgery. Guess what? God put it in some people to make these surgeries, to make this medicine out here. You know? You better do what God tell you to do and not the next man. Because that surgery could have saved his life. And he listened to him and he didn't. And he lost his life. He didn't take the medicine that was prescribed to him because he was listening to her saying medicine is bad and you don't need all that. All you need to do is go all natural. That might work for them. And I agree with all natural and all that stuff. But it was working for some people. God might have put that for him to take this medicine for a while. You know, take this surgery. You know, I'm going to heal your body back up. And this is a step that I need to do to heal you back up. Be careful what you're doing out here. I'm adamant about this because people have lost their lives. They have hurt others. They have prolonged their life because they sit here trying to do what he's doing. He went viral on the internet. His YouTube page and TikTok popping. He got 1 million people. Man, he started when I started at. I know him. He come from the same neighborhood I came from. Guess what? They do what he did. They quit their damn job. You know what I mean? Trying to make video. And guess what? It don't pop off. Nobody's interested in it. That's not your purpose. You done gave up this good ass job and then you sitting up here behind a camera trying to do something that God didn't tell you to do. You seen dollar signs and publicity and attention and you thought it was for you to seek. You know? God put it in him for have that knowledge right there. God then put it in you to make videos and be on Instagram and trying to make money off social media. Everything got us laying out here. God ain't make it for you to invest in. You got all these houses and you got 20 houses and real estate is your game. The same man tried that and he lost all his money thinking he about to do what his homie doing. My homie got 10 houses in the city. He rent them out to everybody. Real estate, where is that? Real estate, where is that? I get it. It's going to be where it's at for the people it need to be at. God didn't call you to it. Why are you running to it? You know, be careful who you following. Be careful who back you kept climbing and everything and taking a hand up from. Because some people will take you away from your purpose and they got you living their damn life now. You know what I'm saying? They got you doing the stuff that they like. They got you living their life, you know? And God got your life over here. I'm not no mini me. I'm not no follower any damn way. I'm going to follow God's plan. God got the plan, y'all. Don't follow everybody and only follow people who can lead for real. Life is not a one-size situation at all. Take your time and take everything to God. Motivation comes in many forms. Lamborghini Lamar.